Welcome back to Let's Replay Neverwinter Nights 2 Mask of the Betrayer. This is Big Los, and we are in the Academy of Shapers and Binders in Thay. We're going to go around talking to a lot of instructors and stuff. I've decided I need to keep the length of episodes short, because I just don't have a lot of time in my life right now. I am constantly busy. I barely have enough time to play these games. It's crazy. Especially with baseball season starting now. You know, being a season ticket holder and all. Anyways,
yes?
Let's switch everybody to your melee weapons.
Yes.
Yes.
You could stay where you are.
You have need of me?
Now, before we go talk to Master Djafi, let's go in here and deal with some hostile red wizards. See, we can attack them right now. So I want to devour their souls. So we need to control the amount of damage that we do to these guys. Otherwise, they'll be dead rather quickly. So I think I want to turn this one to stone first, because this person, I think it's a female, she will always make herself invisible. Then it's kind of hard to hit her. And my craving isn't high enough to have true seeing. So let's do Safiya.
Yes?
Come on over here. No, we need you in the doorway. Can you do it now? You cannot. Okay, that one's stone.
Press the attack, quickly!
Janak, come through. Alright, Safiya, can you target this one? No. Can you target this one? Yes. That's right. That's how they roll around here. Alright, we don't have to worry about this one. I have turned off party AI mode because I don't want my party attacking these statues for no good reason. However, we want to attack the student over here. Let's loot this table. We get some type of club. The Club of Submission. It's +8. It does this type of disease on contacts with a high DC. It does fear on contact 75% of the time. Let's replace suppress, since I'm not going to use it in this playthrough. That's going to be my new melee weapon.
Half-minded soil tiller, dreamless wretch.
Alright, Safiya, why don't you
corpse-loving inbred scum.
Okay. It looks like he is now turned to stone. We only have to worry about this one, who also looks like made himself invisible. Come on over. I told you to switch. Yeah, I guess party AI mode wasn't turned off.
Enemies have fallen upon us.
We're going to damage this one and then devour soul immediately. Then we'll come back with the rest. Attack. What?
To the abyss with you.
No true seeing for you? What about Gann?
Half-minded soil tiller, dreamless wretch.
Alright, come into the room. Oh. This person has a disease now, it looks like.
You are...
Attack.
Oh, I don't know any profanity. How embarrassing.
Come on over here again. What did you do? Oh, you summon a vampire. Can I control it? Oh, yeah, I can't believe you dispelled all this stuff. And this vampire warlock is immune to dominate. What are you doing? Whatever you're doing, stop it. Yes.
The more you struggle...
Attack the vampire, it's fine. We can't attack the student until he makes an attack. Attack the vampire. Oh, can we attack the student now?
You are
No.
Oh, I don't know any profanity. How embarrassing.
What just happened here? I hope that wasn't an instant death spell. And we still can't attack the student. Must be ethereal. Okay, this vampire warlock really needs to go. Let's do a cold and a hot. Oh yeah, I guess it's immune to cold damage.
You're Hey!
Like it, son.
What a minute, do some more of that.
Enemies have fallen upon us.
That's a lot of damage that he's doing. We might have to rest. Attack the warlock now. Alright, now you can devour his soul. Alright, we get a brilliant spirit essence out of it. We get...
Danger approaches.
I told you to
Be on your
stop whatever
guard.
you're doing.
Breathing, corpse-loving, inbred scum.
On your guard. Foes approach.
Okay. We got a bunch of gold out of that. We're not going to be able to open this door for a while. Not until we get the keys from Master Inarus. As you can see, there's some dread wraiths who are obviously behind the door and trying to poke through.
To me, my allies,
But
I shall lead.
they're not going to get through. I think the door and the walls are ghost touch. I think we might be able to attack these guys through the door. I know that if we come back and the door is closed, they'll somehow figure out a way to get through it. Oh my god, Safiya,
Yes?
really? Oh no, that wasn't you. Never mind.
You have need of me?
Now, this table has a mysterious device. Updates your journal. Experiment with the device and see if you can find its use. Of course. We're going to experiment on one of these spirit essences. If we activate it on ourselves, we will generate some spirit energy. So we're going to split this. We'll activate it on this. Oh, it did 24 points of damage on this student. Wow. And we gained the Fate Malleate Spirit. And 2,000 XP. Oh. We did 41 points of damage on the Dread Wraith too. Cool. Well, this Fate Malleate Spirit will supersede Mold Spirit. So we're going to put it over it. That'll allow us to mold pristine spirit essences. Not just brilliant. So now if we want some more brilliant essences, we can just come back in and devour these guys at will. This one will probably be next. Let's go into strategy mode. Just draw a box around everybody. And we'll leave the room.
Yes.
In fact, let's go back. And we'll close this door. That way you guys will be less inclined to go in and start attacking. Now we can talk to Master Djafi. In fact, let's have everybody come in here. Thank you. Start moving, will you? Alright. Master Djafi. Safiya, I don't know how much more of this my poor nerves can take, dear. You should leave here as soon as you are able. I need to find out what Nefris was up to before she died. Where should I start? I should think your tower would be the place, although it'd be in bad shape. It was where she met her end, and I'm sure Ahriman will have gone through her possessions looking for information about the founder. If anyone had knowledge of her, it would have been Nefris. But maybe you'll get lucky. You won't be interested in the same knowledge after all. Where is Ahriman? I couldn't be sure. I would expect him to be looking for the founder. But then again, he could be looking for you as well. The Academy is a large place, even larger to those who know its secrets. If you are extremely fortunate, your paths may never cross, but you would be wise to keep a low profile just the same. Who is safe to talk to here? Perhaps no one. If you're to seek help, you might have the best chances with Masters Odjit or Inarus. They had no hand in that awful business with Safiya's mother, which is more than can be said for the rest. Where can I find Nefris' old chambers? Well, she's in the tower, so the directions are very simple. Look for stairs up, and keep climbing until there aren't any more. I want to ask you about somebody. I'll tell you what I know, though I'm not sure it'll be useful. It's such a peculiar place, this school. People drawn here always have many facets, but most they hide for public view. And with good reason. What would you like to hear about? You! Well, I can't say much for the choice of subject. Keep me going on that. And the only reason I'd ever stop bothering would be because we'd both fallen asleep. Let's see. I've been here as long as just about anybody, except Nefris, of course. My research is primarily on self and identity, so that's what I teach. I used to think I knew it all until I met a certain young lady who made it her mission to prove otherwise during my lessons. Master Djafi, please, you're embarrassing me. Well, it's true. I've never written a more concise job recommendation in my life as when you applied to be an instructor. I wrote, smarter than me. Next day, she was Mistress Safiya. True story. That's about someone else. Who would you like to hear about? Safiya! I could tell you what you already know, I suppose, or I could tell you embarrassing stories about her. Yes, and then I'd have to kill you, both of you, with leeches and acid. Embarrassing stories. And we lose some influence, which is good. I need to drop it below 70, so we can devour her soul later. Janak, Master Djafi, this is hardly the time. Oh, come now, Safiya. Don't be so self-conscious. My stories of you are endearing. Some things never change. When she was a little girl, she was such a shy little thing. Rarely said anything at all. She used to follow her mother everywhere she went, hiding in the folds of her red robes. But when the time came for her to get her first head tattoo, she was so excited she went from classroom to classroom, telling everyone what tattoo she wanted to get. Know what it was? A homunculus. Can you imagine? We red wizards always choose the most fearsome creatures for our tattoos. Dragons or chimerae. And here was little Safiya, her heart set on a misshapen little gremlin. She didn't actually stick with that, did she? Nefris talked some sense into her eventually, but she threw the most horrific tantrums for a while afterward. Thank you, Master Djafi, for relating that crucial piece of endearing information. Alright. We will ask more questions later after we devour another soul, because the timer just ran out, looks like. So I'm going to turn off party AI mode again. And we're going to go back in that room. I can't believe 5 minutes already passed. Let's go back in here. And let's not attack, but devour. Oh, wow, this person is pretty much almost dead. Alright, devour soul, please. And we get another brilliant spirit essence out of it. Spirit energy is back to 100 once again. Got 165 XP. And our timer's back up to 5 minutes. Got nearly 1,400 gold. Alright, let's go back out. And let's ask Master Djafi again about the other instructors and such. Let's ask about poor Set. Now, there's a man dedicated to his craft in a way that most red wizards will only dream of. But don't let that massive shell of his alarm you. He's really quite harmless, even a little shy. He cares only for the shaping and manipulation of souls. He lives it, breathes it, thinks of nothing else. Students call him Master out of respect, but he isn't truly an instructor here. He is merely a visiting scholar. I don't know where he hails from. Impossible to tell with his entire being transferred into that clay golem. A marvelous innovation. He constantly works with tremendous temperatures. There isn't a bird to be found on him. Alright, someone else. What would you like to hear about? Inarus. Inarus has a reputation for being temperamental with his students. He'd rather advance his own research than teach, but there's less prestige in being a researcher, so he stays where he is. In real academia, that's the opposite. Real academia, the real prestige is being a researcher. To his credit, though, he never seemed to care much for in-house politics. It seems to me that in recent years, he's become more interested in making a connection with his students. Inarus is rather affectionate with the female students. I think teaching is often a secondary pursuit compared to, well, his love of women. I'm glad he's making more of an effort now. You won't find a more knowledgeable teacher on the subject of soul transfers anywhere else. I'll ask about someone else. Who would you like to hear about? The last person, Nefris. Ah, Nefris. A guarded woman, not unlike her daughter. She kept her business to herself, to the very end. I cannot speak to the inner workings of her mind, only that her thoughts always seemed half in a different place, and she never smiled. Still, she always held our respect. I don't know if it was her gift for running this place efficiently, or if it was the sense that she gave you, that she understood the forces that drove you better than you ever could. But before Ahriman, there's never any threat to her power here, and in Thay, that's a rare accomplishment. She will be missed, and the Academy will suffer from her absence. Okay, farewell. We will be back to talk with you once we uncover some more of the secrets that are going on here in the Academy. Let's close this door. Wait for our spirit meter to get down to no time remaining. We'll devour that last one. And this is Master Inarus' class with Odjit, Bahiri, and 2 random students. Let's go on in and have a chat. Now, what is the first thing you want to do when extracting a soul? Yes, Odjit. Gag the subject. Can anyone tell me what was wrong with Odjit's suggestion? Bahiri. You have to restrain your subject first, or he'll just remove the gag. Excellent, Bahiri. A subject is only useful when he isn't fleeing. Try to think your answers through, Odjit. Well, bless my high-born blood. Class, we have a very special guest here with us today. Would you care to introduce yourself to the class, Master? My name is Janak Tam. Ahriman mentioned you might visit our school, but to have a true spirit eater here, and for my class, what a treat. You're generous to share your guests with us, Mr. Safiya. As always, it is a deep pleasure to have you in my room. Yes, and thank you for your excellent choice of words with regards to your pleasure. I wonder, would you be willing to show us your spirit-eating technique? I was just lecturing on the subject, but the students would surely benefit more from a live demonstration. There's a tremendous reward in it for you. I'll give you access to some of the Academy's rarest treasures. Wealth is no object to me. There's simply no substitute for hands-on learning. I would be happy to. I want you to devour the soul of young Odjit here. His marks are so poor, you'd be doing him a favor. Trust me. What? It's true, Odjit. It's only a matter of time before a student with real potential slays you to take your place in my class. I'm merely saving you the embarrassment. What do you say, Spirit Eater? Step up here, Odjit. Allow me to educate you. That's the spirit. Yes, step forward, Odjit, you miserable whelp. But I don't want to have my soul devoured. You'll have to make sacrifices for your knowledge, Odjit. Your unwillingness has always held you back. But this time, there will be no choice. But what's the point in learning if you're just going to cease existing? You won't even be able to be raised. Close your eyes, Odjit, and say goodbye. Get another brilliant spirit essence out of it. Went 10 points towards evil, and it didn't affect our timer one bit. Got 508 XP. I want everyone taking notes on this. Note the point of extraction, the angle of the subject's torso. You will be tested. And for you, Spirit Eater, your reward is promised. This set of keys will open many locked doors in the school. Many of them house long-forgotten treasures and heirlooms, although I would recommend proceeding with caution when opening some of them. Oh, and one final note. Since they are skeleton keys, each of them opens several doors. There's one door I would ask that you not open. It's a private room adjacent to my chambers downstairs. Nothing in there would interest you, just a number of personal keepsakes. I hope you are the sort who respects privacy. My quarters are just north of the southeast staircase. I would appreciate your acceptance of these terms given my generosity. I will stay out. Thank you for the keys. Good day to you then. And we're not gonna adhere to that one bit. But Harry, what do you have to say? I don't like the way Master Inarus stares at me. It is disturbing. Yeah, that's kind of a hint as to his personality. I don't see why they won't let our slaves take notes for us. That's pretty funny. We're expected to be honorable on tests and assignments here, but we don't let that stop us. Oh, well, you wouldn't be a red wizard if you did. Alright. So before we end this episode a little bit early, we're going to... Well, looks like I'm going to need some help here.
You are...
We're going to devour the soul of this
I
last
don't
red
know any
wizard.
profanity. How embarrassing.
Oh, wait a minute. You have the wrong weapon. One critical hit with this thing and it's all over.
Huh.
Yeah, see? This critical hit only does 5 points of damage. Alright, that's enough. That's enough.
Press the attack, quickly!
Alright, devour soul. Alright, we got another brilliant spirit essence out of it. And what sort of treasure bag did you drop? A little over 1,200 gold pieces. That's good. Oh! Looks like these wraiths have almost made it through the door. They'll keep trying to push your way out. Well, before we know it, this thing will be completely out of the door before we unlock it. And there won't be
To
anything
me,
we can do
my
about it.
allies, I shall lead.
In fact, we should probably get out of here.
Yes.
Close the door behind us. And hope that it doesn't open this door too. There we go. Alright, let's make our way back to the front. And we'll end the episode a little bit early. Come on, everybody. Alright. So, we met Master Djafi again. We met Master Inarus. We got the skeleton keys. Now we could really explore this place. We also devoured the souls of 4 students and got brilliant spirit essences out of all of it. Oh, and there's a vase here that we'll have to do that in the next episode. Alright, and I actually might rest off camera and reapply the buffs. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do that or not. But I guess I'll... Yeah, I guess I probably will do that. I mean, it really wouldn't cost anything now, will it? Because we could just rebuild our spirit energy right away, especially with these dread wraiths. Anyways, this is Big Low signing off. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Yeah. Tango India.